Very good evening to with Sports Night. I'm Damien Best. Well, West Indies will need quick wickets on day 2 of the first day-night test against England after their bowlers were put to the sword at Edgbaston today. Centuries by skipper Joe Root and Alistair Cook helped the hosts to 348 for 3 at stumps in their first innings after they won the toss and opted to bat. Root made 136 before he was bowled by pacer Kemar Roach, while former captain Alistair Cook is unbeaten on 153. The Windies picked up 2 early wickets, including Mark Stoneman, who went for 8, bowled by Roach, and Tom Wesley, who was also bowled for 8. LBW rather to Miguel Cummins. Cook is at the crease with Dawud Malan, who is on 28. Here a look at some of the highlights.
Oh, that's bowled him straight through him. Oh, close. No, says Murray Erasmus. Now, what will West Indies and Jason Holder do here? Wesley's head falling outside the line of off stump, falling over.
Here we go, Murray. Impacts in line. Wickets hitting. It's 3 reads, Murray.
Nicely played. On the tips of his toes. Outfield quick. Another boundary, the 11th of the morning.
Good full length from Jason Holder, but offwards, maybe a little bit too full. Oh, that's nicely timed and nicely placed too.
Well, that's a good shot. Well timed and beautifully placed. That's another 4. Back to another unsuccessful chase, yes. Yet another boundary.
Take Joe Root to 51. He now moves second in the list.
Beautiful shot. Fantastically controlled, and he's timed that to perfection. Flash down to third man, a productive area for Joe Root. Oh, that's a lovely, lovely shot. Short wide, and that's a very good shot from Joe Root, but another gift.
That's 4. Yet another boundary ball. Backward point won't put that off. Oh, almost back there. Could be a boundary though.
Yeah. Will go away for 4. Root moves to 98. Hit away for 4. Different coloured ball, same result. Joe Root is a run machine. 13 test hundreds now, and he ain't finished yet.
Well played, Joe Root. He's been fed a lot of scoring opportunities today, and the measure of him is that he's put most of them away. It's a rapid 100 by test match standards, just 139 balls with 19 fours. So more than 70 runs of that 100 in boundaries.
Well, day 2 starts tomorrow, 9 a.m. Barbados time. Defending champions Christchurch Foundation are in a strong position to move to the Final 4 of the Barbados Cricket Association Under-15 tournament. Playing at Churchill today, Foundation restricted Coleridge and Parry to 49 for 9 in 25 overs after the game was delayed due to a wet pitch. Foundation weren't able to reply as play was suspended due to the storm warning. Meanwhile, in other games, St. Leonard's have the upper hand over Alexandra in their game at Richmond Gap. St. Leonard's batting first scored 158 for 9 in 35 overs, with Ethan Welch top scoring with 29, while Joshua Haynes and Rashad Worrell chipped in with 25 and 23 respectively. Michael Chandler was the pick of the bowlers with 4 for 19, while Malik Young picked up 2 for 26. Alexandra were 18 for 1 in 2.4 overs. At Messiah Street, Harrison College were 60-4 in 28 overs when play was suspended. And at Waterford, Combermere have the upper hand over Ellerslie. Let's take a look at the pre-tea session. We get started with Ellerslie on the fight back from a position of 20-6. Malik Husbands dispatches a full toss from Khalil Clark to the boundary. Husbands then goes through the offside, slapping a short ball from Clark all along the ground for 4 more. Combermere thought they had their man off the bowling of Riley, but the umpire, well, he wasn't having it. Extras played a big part in Ellerslie's total as Combermere let up the pressure, allowing them to claw their way back into the contest. However, a bad call would bring Combermere their 7th wicket as Xavier Springer is run out by Clark for 10. Ellerslie 59-7. 3 balls later, a Mario Roach hits Noah Bishop dead in front, but the umpire not interested. Must have been very close, but Combermere still weren't consistent with their lines and couldn't narrow in on the off stump as extras contributed a 1/3 of the score. Husband still there. He was rallying, biding his time, and as soon as he saw a chance, he pounced, driving aerial and getting help to pick up a much-needed boundary. Shea Simmons, who had picked up 2 wickets earlier, returned and got immediate success, removing Husbands for a well-played 28. Ellerslie crisis, 81 for 8. Simmons then did the fast bowling job, cleaning up the tail, cartwheeling Bishop stumps for 2 as Ellerslie finished on 83 for 9 from 35 overs. Simmons with 4 for 11. Well, Combermere were 19 without loss after the 3rd over, and due to the inclement weather, the 2nd and final day of the quarterfinals has been postponed until further notice. The schedule for the 2018 ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup has been announced, and defending champions West Indies will open its campaign against host New Zealand. The West Indies will play the inaugural Group A day-night fixture at Bay Oval on the opening day of the event, which runs from January 13th to February 3rd. It will feature 16 teams across 7 venues in 4 cities, including Christchurch. The other teams in Group A are South Africa, Kenya, India. Meanwhile, Australia are in Group B along with Zimbabwe and Papua New Guinea. Bangladesh, Canada, England and Namibia comprise Group C, while 2-time champions Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan and Ireland are in Group D. It will be the 11th edition of the tournament and the 3rd to be held in New Zealand. Well, Barbados lost by 8 wickets to Trinidad and Tobago today in their Round 2 Cricket West Indies Regional Under-19 limited overs clash at Connery in St. Kitts. Sent into bat, Barbados reached 208 for 8 in 45 overs. Naeem Young top scored with 74, while Aaron Niram took 4 for 18. Cephas Cooper he made 85, and Kristen Calicher ran 74 not out. They were the top scorers for TNT. In the other games, Jamaica defeated the ICC Americas Canada by 4 wickets, while the Leewards beat the Windwards by 3 wickets. Barbados' next match will be against Windward Islands tomorrow. Well, mixed martial arts champion Conor McGregor says he's happy about the switch to lighter gloves for his August 26 fight against undefeated boxer Floyd Money Mayweather. McGregor says his opponent will now struggle to make it past the 2nd round, and the Nevada State Athletic Commission confirmed a one-off rule change to drop the glove size from 10 ounces. We get more in this report from ESPN.
The Nevada State Athletic Commission goes against their own rules to approve these lighter gloves. Why would they do that?
Well, I think the most simple way to put that is because Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor really wanted them to. There's no scientific evidence for them to point to and say this is safer. You know, what they were able to say is that Floyd Mayweather actually has fought the majority of his career with 8-ounce gloves. Obviously, Conor McGregor has fought in mixed martial arts with 4-ounce gloves, so they're more used to it. So I guess that they can argue that, you know, the fighters are just better with those smaller gloves because that's what they're used to. But this is a 154-pound fight. due to their regulations, or per their regulations, it should have been 10 ounces, but the commission said, hey, both these guys really want to do it, and we're not seeing any scientific evidence that says we have to put them in 10-ounce gloves. So if these two guys are both willing to do it, then we're going to let them have their way.
Well, coming up, Barcelona celebrate as Spanish Super Cup champions.
There you go.
This is too big.
He wants to grow up to be a superhero.
How about that?
I just want him to grow up to be healthy, but he was falling behind on the growth curve. A normal diet alone wasn't enough, so his pediatrician recommended 2 Pediasure per day. Each bottle has 7 grams of protein and 25 essential vitamins and minerals. Tastes good, right? It fits now, huh? He's not just gaining weight, he's catching up.
2 Pediasure per day is clinically shown to help gain weight in just 8 weeks. Pediasure, gain on.
Peoples, it's the Caribbean Comedy Explosion, Saturday, August 26th at the Cigar Free Sober Gymnasium.
Right, so on the 26th of August. 26 August 2017. The place to be is the Caribbean Comedy Explosion at the... I gonna be there. Gymnasium. Alright, hey, done. And the tickets from Ticket Link. Hold on. And a lot of people from the Caribbean gonna be there, from Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados. I gonna be there. She coming, right? But I hope that when I coming too, this thing can be ignorant. All the comedians. 26th of August at the Ruby Gymnasium. What is it? Caribbean Comedy Explosion. Boom! I can be there.
Saturday, August 26th, Cigar Free Sober Gymnasium. Peoples, get your tickets from official box offices only.
We're back. Well, over 100 entrants are expected to compete at 2 golf courses later this month for the 34th edition of the Barbados Golf Open. Set for August 25th and 27th, local golfers will compete against some of the best regional and international players from Trinidad, Canada, USA, the UK, and Guadeloupe.
This year, the 2017 Sagicor Barbados Open Amateur Golf Championships will take place on August 25th and 27th through to the 27th, and will be held at 2 golf courses, this being Royal Westmoreland and Apes Hill Golf Club. We're extremely pleased to be sponsoring this event for the 2nd straight year. There are 7 categories of players that can sign up for, including the Men's Championship, Men's First Flight, Men's Second Flight, Senior Men, Super Senior Men, Women's Championship, and the Women's First Flight.
Well, defending champion James Johnson, having just returned from the Caribbean Amateur Golf Championships, where he placed 8th in the individual scoring, will be back to defend his title. Well, Welch's Summer Camp are the winners of the inaugural National Sports Camp Drafts Tournament. The competition ran from August 8th to 15th and attracted some 16 teams from the 4 zones. At the end of it all, Welch's from the Northern Zone took home the title, while Mount Tabor from the Eastern Zone was 2nd and Milton Lynch of the Southern Zone 3rd. Well, speaking today at the prize-giving ceremony at the Ministry of Youth, Sport and Culture, tournament coordinator Hillary Austin said this year's tournament was basically a trial, and moving forward there are bigger goals which they hope to achieve.
The 2017 National Summer Camps Draft Tournament was officially labeled a pilot project. It is envisaged that after this project is evaluated, that we will have the relevant information to ensure that we produce a tournament that attains all of its goals. Some of these goals are 100% played games, and to capture the interests of boys and girls, and to promote drafts as a wonderful educational board game that can be played by all, anywhere, at any time.
Meanwhile, Principal Youth Development Officer John Hollingsworth said the tournament was created to bring interest back to drafts. He also says there are life lessons that can be learned from the sport.
This year, in an effort to create an interest in board games and to introduce campers into the world of drafts, we have introduced the National Summer Camps Drafts Tournament. This tournament is dynamic as a program Firstly, it provides wholesome entertainment for those playing the game, and secondly, it allows persons to form friendly relationships as they engage each other in person, rather than as animated images of video games. Furthermore, there are some life lessons that can be acquired while playing drafts, such as looking carefully before moving, not pursuing blindly, and looking for traps and tricks.
Now it's time to tell you what's happening tomorrow, August 18th. Well, it will be day 2 of the first test between West Indies and England at Edgbaston. Start time for the day-night match is 9 a.m. Barbados time. There's a big clash in the Caribbean Premier League. Barbados Tridents will oppose St. Kitts Nevis Patriots at Warner Park, starting from 9 p.m. with live coverage on CBC radio station 94.7 FM. Well, that's it for Sports Night this Thursday. I'm Damien Bess. Join us again tomorrow for more. Good night.
You're watching CBC TV 8 in beautiful Barbados.